I mean, straight up.
What? Why would I put myself through this insanity? Get myself cornered like this? He wouldn't have died if it weren't for me. I know that. But I would never hurt him.
He was a serviceman. He must have had a gun lying around, close to her hand. A military weapon using jacketed ammunition. Now you guys suddenly have theories pouring out, when they're obviously just stabs in the dark.
Okay.
I'm sad to hear that. They must have said it in some fit of frustration or under pressure. They couldn't have meant it. I've talked to them after it happened. No one has implicated me. I did not kill him to defend myself from rape. I told you before. That wasn't what happened.
Okay, but he must have had a weapon.
No. I specifically asked him not to carry firearms when he was with me. He only had his stupid armor.
Okay, but what about the bullet?
I don't know. His friends have rifles. Maybe those psychos did it? Coalition military have rifles. I'm not a munitions expert, and I did not shoot him.
She might have been a tad disingenuous when she avoided talking about the bullet in his head before. Look who's waking up from 1,000 years of sleep.
All right. Hey.
I've said I'm sorry. What more do you want me to say? I did my best not to lie. It didn't always work.
Okay. Some other questions.
Like what? That's the first thing that went through my head when I heard the glass break.
And?
I thought they'd found me. They've killed him to punish me. All last week, I've tried not to talk to anyone or be seen with anyone so they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however, this is paranoia. What happened didn't have anything to do with me.
I mean, who would just show up and shoot him, though?
I just don't know. I don't know anything.
We can't go after Loose Cap. Not yet. There are other, saner leads.
I don't ask you to, Lieutenant. If there's one thing I know, it's that you'll get nothing from there.
Okay.
Because I'm an idiot.
Which is an indicator of truth. Idiot. She's nothing of the sort.
Yeah.
You have to understand, the people around here, no one was making the call, and he kept rotting. And then they picked his clothes off, and that little fucker threw stones at him.
Her jaw is clenched. Her throat moves. It takes all her strength not to cave in and sob. Once. Just one time.
He kept throwing stones at him for 3 days. I could hear the thud. Thud. So I called you. I hope with all my heart it's not the last thing I do in Ravishol.
Oh God. That was a lie too. Who made the call then? She did, of course.
Window.
Last week, Angus and Titus's brother, I think he's called Tibbs, took care of it. I told you I'm a horrible girl. I told you things break around me.
You should have another look at that window after this. Reconstruct the scene. It's right there.
Right there?
Yes, you see the glass sparkling out of the corner of your eye.
Okay.
She nods, silently. She doesn't even smoke. Just picks up the cold coffee and holds it in her hands. He's thinking, are we done here? Or should we arrest her? She's a flight risk and she lied to you. She should be taken into custody. No, that won't be necessary. Just leave her alone. She's been through enough. She doesn't need this police brutality. this guy won't budge. You have to wake Multiface up, forcefully, if you want to continue pushing her.
Let's go.
Who? What? Dear Lord, you've been lied to. She could have killed her lover and lied to everyone. She's not the most fair and just at all. She's smoke and mirrors and will-o-wisps. She probably didn't give you her real name either. Why would she? Arrest her immediately, before she further entangles you in her web of lies. Take it easy. Don't overcompensate with this course correction. Ask questions first. Yes, start at the top. Choose at the bottom. It's how we've always done it. No rush.
I do that. I do that.
Damn.
See?
Hey, why haven't we arrested her yet?
There may be grounds here, at least for an extended detention.
A little whimper. The young woman hears you. She's looking around.
Hey, I don't think you made the call.
I did. What is this? I called your desk or whatever it is. The numbers are all over town. Call 8-100-2 for emergencies. There was an older woman on the other end. It sounded like she was smoking. She took my complaint. She coughed.
That is the emergency's desk number. Anyone could know that, sire, by looking around and calling the desk. I don't believe a single word she says.
What time did you make the call?
Thursday night. It was late, sometime after 12.
It checks out.
Yeah.
But I know the time of the call, too. I know I have not been 100% truthful with you, officers. But I am now.
Is that your name?
I agree. You wouldn't give us your real name, not when people are after you.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, it's not.
Good.
You log your work every week. It's all transmitted to Common, sir. I couldn't just beg you not to enter my name. So I lied. Like I lied before. Like I did at LCSB. I have to lie all the time. I'm so tired of it. It's Katarzyna Elysium.
It's a Grad name, Jimsk or Yugo-Grad in origin. Not Occidental at all. Smells of motor oil, tiger, economic desolation, and rock music-infused alcoholism.
Hang on.
My parents were Zhimsk immigrants, but I'm nationalized Oranese. All I remember is Oranje. Alasia is my father's name.
All right.
She nods. Her round eyes meet yours. They seem moist from the wind on the roof. She nods, her back straight, ready for whatever is next.
Okay. We're not gonna arrest her, assuming all that other stuff she was telling us about is the truth.
Mm-hmm.
So we can always, if she stays put, we can always arrest her later.
That's true.
And we have her real name now. Okay.
She slowly lights another cigarette and steadies her breath, as if in the presence of some tiger. You are. This is not the end of this.
Let's get back to that.
Lies.
Yes, we demand she
Nah,
be
it's just that
punished
tree.
for deceiving us. We demand her anxiety.
Do
We
we?
demand her fear.
Drama's really overcompensating.
He really is.
He got
No, we're done
pushed
here.
slowly.
He got knocked out, now he's embarrassed. Anyway,
Fucked.
Wasteland
reality.
reality. Congrats, you're sober. It will take a while for your body to remember how to metabolize anything that isn't sugar from alcohol. So you're going to be pretty ravenous soon. Eat plenty. You can expect your coordination and balance to improve in a couple of weeks. In 2 months, you might start sleeping like a normal person. Full recovery will take years, though. It'll be depressing, and it'll be boring. Don't expect any further rewards or hand claps. This is how normal people are all the time.
Yay!
Yup. So it gives you -1 Inland Empire and -1 Suggestion, but giving you +1 Psyche adds 1 to all purple stats.
Yeah,
So,
so
it evens out to
basically,
just not benefiting
those are canceled. The other ones are improved.
You do have
-1.
-1.
And physical instrument -1 permanently.
Yeah, but whatever.
Yeah, I figured you wouldn't care.
Yeah,
about it.
it's red is my least important.
Yeah.
Also, I can still raise it to 4. Should I really need it?
Should you really need it?
Cool.
As you look back, you think, so love did do him in, after all.
I was right.
If it weren't for her, he would not have been there. The shot would not have connected with his soft palate.
What is communism in this?
She's silent, holding on to her coffee mug. No vapor rises from it. It's cold. Remember this silence. The lady is dangerous. People suffer around her. It appears this one has not been entirely corrupted. This may help. This may help the others see.
Oh yeah.
Inland's too weird to be corrupted.
Not as much as the
Not
others.
as much. Not as much.
But yeah.
Yeah. I'd like
Why?
to think he didn't love me,
Oh,
or that it was chemically induced and not real.
why?
Easier that way.
Was it real?
I don't know.
Real as anything.
All right. Finished thought. Shut up, communism. Not now.
Quiet communism.
Okay. We have a task.
Oh, you can visualize the...
Yeah, I can touch that again. Yeah, that. The window inside.
Examine it.
In we go.
This window is pristine on the
Oh,
inside,
yeah.
unlake the one next to it.
Snake
Light from the
eyes.
desk lamp
I
reflects
can get a
off
3,
the
I think,
glass
and still fail it.
in an untarnished golden
But you
halo.
could put on 1 piece of visual calculus gear and guarantee on anything but a 2.
I have that somewhere.
You do?
It's a coat. I'm already wearing it. Hold on. Do
Coat
I
you're
have anything
wearing?
else?
Where do I keep putting my phone? Jesus. There's glasses.
I'm wearing them.
Oh, the visual calculus glasses?
Yeah. That's my default.
Oh,
Because I
Maybe
love visual
nothing.
calculus.
it's a good stat. Nope, that's it.
All
Except
right.
for some
I'm
pants
already
that don't
maxed.
exist.
Let's roll a
This window is
3.
pristine golden
Okay, we're
light
fine.
Oh,
knocks
thank
away
God.
into the blue, glassy darkness of your mind. In it are 2 neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman on the single bed.
Yeah?
Like the witness said, the man is kneeling, the woman is on her back. It's the night of March 4th and a shot has just been fired. The man looks directly at the woman. The shot's possible directions converge in his mouth, a ray cast from somewhere outside, entering his brain.
Where?
From the roof outside, location A prime. The glass fractures around the bullet hole. Shards face inwards like a corona behind the woman's back.
Inspect.
The man does not know the bullet has entered his brain. He never will. Death comes faster than the realization.
Okay. Look at point A.
The ray cast from the man's mouth unravels into a fan of possible directions, all on the roof at first. The shot could have come from any of them. This is composite location A prime, most likely of the origin points.
Shouldn't there be gun residue?
There could have been. Then the rain and slush and wind washed it away. This was more than a week ago.
Okay, so I'm like mostly sure.
72%, with an antique weapon that fires military-grade ammunition. A Belmagrave rifle, for example. This is a good short distance, but not too short. The perpetrator aimed with their back against the railing, or possibly kneeling for precision. This would explain why it only took them one shot. The lights were on in here. Outside it was dark. It was like shooting fish in an aquarium. A well-lit aquarium. The victim opened his mouth to let the bullet in. Neither of them would have seen anything outside, in the darkness. Too busy with their own bodies.
Hey, but it have come from inside the room?
Point X would contradict the woman's testimony, rendering the entire proposition void. These figures would be wiped out, Detective.
Any arguments against A?
None that you've found thus far, but that doesn't mean there aren't any.
Could that building that we know we can get on top of, but haven't been able to yet, been another point?
That's a 28%, yes. In this model, the shot could have come from a greater distance. Nothing excludes the possibility. Should we extrapolate to include every possible point of origin in Martinez?
Are you asking me if I should let visual calculus do the visual calculus thing? What are you talking about?
According to your map of the district, this shot could have come from a wide angle of locations, starting with the northern edge of the abandoned boardwalk, ending with an islet in the bay. Let's call them B prime.
Yeah?
B prime for boardwalk, B double prime for Land's End,
Whoa.
and B triple prime for the islet, Detective. There may be smaller points in between, but those are too fine to zoom in on.
Okay. Boardwalk.
700 meters away. The likeliest of these B positions, 20% chance. A skilled sniper could have made the shot, provided he had a safe sniper's nest. Even with the light on inside, we're talking military training. At that distance, the perpetrator would have had to take wind direction into account.
All right. Lands in.
1.2 kilometers away, the least likely of these positions. Let's say 3%. A truly skilled sniper could have done it, possibly from a tent. No, too far-fetched.
All right. And then the area that I don't think we've been to yet?
1 kilometer away, an unlikely point of origin. Beyond the docks somewhere, on an islet in the Bay of Martinez perhaps. There are islets there, badly charted as they may be. The shot would have been a small miracle, 5% likelihood. There is an extremely narrow field of view from the bay to the window, between Rue de Saint-Ghislain 10 and 33A. The angle would have been extreme, and access to the islets is questionable.
Hey, Kim.
From where, precisely?
Let's say these things.
I see you have given this a lot of thought. Are those the locations you've singled out in addition to the roof? And what is the likelihood, in your opinion, that it came from a further distance?
Much less than the roof, but still.
Okay, well, we should see if there is gunshot residue or sniper nests if we go down the coast. Rule these spots out one by one. It would be the diligent thing to do. Until then, personally, I'm going with the roof version. It fits the hidden path through the whirling.
It
A
does.
simple hypothesis.
Aside from the fact that wasn't there only a single set of footprints, or was it?
It was a single set of footprints.
So they couldn't have come up and then back out.
I
They would have had
think
to,
that's
like-
accounted for in
Oh,
the
is it?
single set.
Okay.
I assume so. I do not know for sure, but the assumption I work off of there is that a single boot moving about.
Yeah. Hey, we're back again.
I'm surprised she's still
It's
here.
you again. What is it?
Oh, you know, just here to ruin your night.
Why?
Why?
Wah. What? A civil war is brewing, and the only way to prevent it is to solve the murder. That means talking to Ruby.
Sounds like you want to push this steaming pile of shit on anyone. And now you pick Ruby. Well, not on my watch you won't. Ruby's one of us. We're not gonna throw her under your moral intern steamroller. Fuck that shit.
And fuck you too,
Ruby is missing. If you hide from the police in a murder investigation, you become a suspect. You know how it works, guys.
That's nothing. That's just legalese. You don't even have a sound theory. I don't want to be rude, but we're trying to get some R&R here. Think you could fuck off now?
I think we'll keep sticking around, Titus. You'll be surprised at how quickly a theory presents itself if you keep looking.
Real quick, let's put on all of our logic gear. I know we have a little bit. Right? There's one. There's two.
Glasses.
There's three.
Yeah, you have a better hat. Your fallen hat is better than that hat.
I do. All right.
And
I think
then-
that +5 makes it. I think we've capped.
Are you wearing
check.
logic? Are
It's
you wearing
you again.
logic glasses?
What is
I
it?
am.
You
Yeah.
are.
We're at +5 logic.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. Well,
A sudden flash of lightning in your neocortex. The hostel cafeteria is lit by its airy blaze. Floor plans, bullet trajectories, webs of human emotion, all channeled into a single thought.
Hey, how do you know she didn't?
Because she was here all night with us.
He's cobbling together shit so he can put her away. It's Cop 101.
She was here all night? 11:30 to 12:15? She was here during all that time?
Yeah, with us, drinking, near the stage there.
Nothing?
No. All right. She took a fucking leak, okay? For one moment. Maybe went out too. She has an operation to run from her lorry. We're not getting into what that operation is again, Cop. And just 'cause she was gone for 5 minutes doesn't mean she magically got to the roof and shot him. I've been through this. It's not plausible.
He's been through it. That means he's suspected her too. All right, we're in. We got Ruby unaccounted for sometime during the window. This was crucial. Now let's place her on that roof.
All right. So, you agree the shot came from the roof?
Why not? You can't draw a straight line into Clausia's window from any of the surrounding buildings. Not from what I know about Martinez.
God damn, your audio mixing, Titus.
Maybe from the coast. But like I said, I've been too busy dealing with you idiots. So no, I don't think it was a sniper. It was close up. 72%. There's a percentage and all. Where'd you get it from? Your guys in the lab?
Nope, I got it.
No, you can't. I know what you did here on the weekend. People talk. And what they say doesn't sound like a science cop. You're a madman.
Those numbers were an ass pull, man.
Yeah, and they don't put her on the roof either. It's just mambo jumbo. He hasn't got shit.
Hey, I got a secret back route.
Oh.
Yeah.
People say there was a pinball arcade here, sometime before the hostel. What was it called, Theo?
East Delta Pinball Arcade. Weird place. Went bankrupt.
Okay, but how'd you get up? There's no room for a staircase in this building. Or an elevator, for that matter.
Except that key that I got from the out the window goes up the elevator.
The elevator is outside the building. It's an old dumbwaiter used for moving pinball machines up and down from the workshop.
Yeah. Oh, wait. No. That's not true. Oh, wait. From there, a door leads straight to the roof. Yes, that's true, actually.
Ruby could have gone up, shot him, come down. All under 7 minutes.
That's quite the theory. We need to have a look at that secret passage, boys.
I'm on it, boss. Right when the law clears, me and Angus are going up there.
It's a dumbwaiter, not an industrial lift. How about I go instead of...
Just now. You got something else to back this route up? Or is that it?
What? This doesn't have anything to do with it. Hey, how about the winch? You know what? Nah. Well... let's just do it.
I've seen the winch. I'm not blind. You saying it's part of the elevator she used to get up there?
Yes.
That's wall mystery down then. An architectural mystery. Doesn't much concern Ruby, does it?
I'm getting XP for explaining all this, though.
Right. What the fuck does that got to do with Ruby?
Just making an observation.
He makes a gruff gesture for you to continue.
Also, footprints.
Footprints. Recent.
Huh. Actually, they actually didn't fit with rubies. Well, do we know that those were rubies? We suspect they were.
But at the very least, you could say recent to reinforce the story I guess you're trying to tell.
Recent.
What else could you make out? How recent? What size?
About a week or two.
That close, huh? How fortunate. I'll take a thorough look at those prints myself before I believe that call. Good news is, I'm still listening.
Alright, and then remember the key?
I don't like guessing, Cole. No one does.
It opens the steel door in the kitchen, the one that leads upstairs to the roof. This key was right here, with you, all the time.
Yeah.
Quit jumping to conclusions, Theo. You took that key. Did it look like it was recently put there?
No, the ribbon was old, faded. It'd have been there for 20 years at least.
She could have just put it back.
Why? This doesn't make sense. It's damn interesting, but it doesn't fit well, and you know it.
It doesn't fit well, but it fits, and he knows it.
Have we firmly established Ruby could have had access to the roof?
Firmly doesn't go well with could've. There's a route to the roof. Me and the boys need to check it out. That's what we've established. But a route does not put that bullet in his head. A gun does that, and Ruby doesn't carry one.
Phase 2, murder weapon. Get a gun in her hand. If not that, then at least a shadow of a doubt, in the shape of a gun.
Shadow gun.
Just don't contradict yourself. If it doesn't sound like Ruby did it, maybe keep it to yourself. But what if you miss interesting information that way? The choice is ultimately yours. But
we know this is wrong.
Yep.
What does this have to do with the gun? I mean, we know what the bullet is, I guess.
Yeah. You could maybe use that and then point to the guns you found in the
Oh, true.
Doomed commercial area.
All right, well.
So
it had to come from a breech-loading rifle. Military grade. Not even you militia monkeys have those. This goes against your short-range theory. If the murder weapon was military grade, how did Ruby get it?
Just because it's rare doesn't mean you can't get it.
Cobb. That's exactly what it means.
That wasn't strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shot could have come from beyond the roof. But that also means
It would mean she's not.
She probably wants.
She's
You've been
not.
building the case of like she got to the roof.
Yeah.